Hey guys, welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to file annual returns for your registered company on the Bizportal website. You can also do this on the old CIPC website if you're more comfortable with that. But today I'm going to show you how to do it on the Bizportal website. So you need to file your annual returns every year on the anniversary date of your registered company, or the anniversary of the date when you registered your company. So if you registered your company on the 20th of November 2021, then on the 20th of November 2022, you need to file your annual returns every single year on that date, 20th of November. Every single year you will need to file your annual returns. So if you don't file your annual returns, you will get charged a penalty fee the day you do actually charge the day you do actually submit those annual returns. So even if your business is not currently operating, like you're not currently in business but you've registered the company, you still need to file those annual returns. Otherwise that company will get deregistered. So if a couple of months go by and you haven't filed the annual returns, you haven't paid your penalty fees, then your company will get into the deregistration process. I will show you. There's a company that I once registered. I actually did it just to, I don't remember why I registered that company. There was a reason, but I don't remember. So I haven't filed annual returns for it, and it entered the deregistration process, which is not a good thing. But I was not planning on using it, so it's fine. I can still file the annual return, and then I'll need to pay the penalty. That's what I'm going to show you. So I'm going to show you using that one. Hopefully I'll be able to do it. If I can't, I will show you using a different company that I have. Before we get into the tutorial, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I would really appreciate your help. So please click that subscribe button and help me out. So okay, let's get into the tutorial quickly. Okay guys, so now we're on the Bizportal website. So if you are filing your annual returns, then you should be registered. So you should have a profile already, whether you registered on this site or on the old CIPC site. Your details are the same. You still get the same customer code. You still have the password is the same. You use the same login details for both. Okay, so you'll need to log in. If you are a South African with a South African ID number, then you will use your ID number and your password to log in. If you do not have a South African ID number, then you will use your customer code as well as your password. Your customer code was created when you registered your profile. So yeah, if someone else registered your company on your behalf, you can still register and create your customer profile. The company that is registered under your ID number will still appear under your company profile. I will show you that just now. Let me log in. Okay, cool. So this is your company profile. Sometimes the site glitches, so then it doesn't appear, but everything is fine. It works. Cool. So these are the companies that are registered under my profile or under my ID number. So this is what I mean. This is where you see your company profile. It shows the companies that are registered under your ID number or under your name, or where you are a director, right? Cool. See, below is a list of enterprises where you are a member or director. If your AR status is red, it means that you have outstanding CIPC annual returns for that enterprise. So as you can see, I've filed my annual returns for this company and this company, but for this one, I haven't filed for a very long time. Well, actually ever since I registered it I've never filed, which is very wrong. You should never do that. Um, I just forgot about this company, so that's what happened. And then I remembered, and I was like, oh, I remembered when I received the notification that it's in deregistration process. So deregistration process means that it is in the process of being deregistered, meaning the CIPC will deregister this company if I do not file my annual returns, right? So this cross here means that I have not filed annual returns for this company. So right now it shows that it's in the deregistration process. When it reaches final deregistration, there's no turning back. It's just gonna show cross, meaning that company it's deregistered, right? So now there's still time to kind of save, to be dramatic, save that company or save this company from being deregistered. Cool. So we are going to file the annual returns. So we are going to come here to services. And by the way, annual returns are not the same as your tax returns. I feel like I just need to repeat that or to reiterate that. Um, it's not the same thing. So please, just because you've filed your annual returns, don't sit back and not file your tax returns thinking that, oh, you're sorted. No, it's not the same thing. So annual returns, okay, come here to annual return filing. Annual returns, so you see all companies and closed corporations, whether they are trading or not. So whether you are that business is in operation or not, whether you are selling something or not under that company, you need to file annual returns. For the mere fact that that company is registered and it exists, you need to file your annual returns, right? It's just that obviously if you're not operational, you will state that like you're not making any money or you're currently not operating, right? So you are required by law to file their annual returns with the CIPC within a certain period of time each year. So that certain period of time means it's the anniversary of your registration date. So the day that you registered your company, the anniversary of the date, or every year on the date, that is your anniversary date, and that is the date where you need to file your annual return, right? So the CIPC uses this information to ensure that it is in possession of the latest information of the company or closed corporation and to determine whether the company or closed corporation is conducting business activities. Failure to file may result in deregistration. Companies have 30 business days from the date that the entity becomes due to file annual returns before it is in non-compliance with the Companies Act. So 30 days after your anniversary date, right? So you have 30 after that 30 days, then you are in non-compliance. So closed corporations have from the first day of its anniversary month up until to file annual returns before it is non-compliant with the Closed Corporations Act. So with a closed corporation, it's from the first day after your anniversary or the first day of your anniversary date or your anniversary month. Cool. So this is the fee structure. So you pay fees when you are filing your annual returns. So this shows your annual turnover. So if your annual turnover is within these thresholds, then this is how much you pay. This is the fee that you pay. So it's not so yeah, this is just what you're going to pay. If your revenue or turnover is less than 1 million, so it could be 1 rand, it could be 10 rand, it could be 1,000 rand, it could be 500,000. This is going to be a fee, right? And then if you are in non-compliance, meaning that you missed your anniversary date, so it's been more than 30 days now since your anniversary date, you are now in non-compliance. This is the penalty that you pay, right? Cool. And then this is the fee structure for closed corporations. Cool. Now we click continue. So it's going to show you all the companies that you have. and the one that is not AR compliant. So it's showing there the status is an AR deregistration process, but it's not yet deregistered, so I can still file my annual returns. So you click on this finger thingy, and then it tells you you're about to file annual returns for enterprise K blah blah blah. Please note that you may be liable for a fine or prosecution if it is found that the information provided is incorrect. Meaning, if you lie about your turnover or whatever details, then it's illegal. Click continue, and then they showed you a list of all paid and outstanding annual returns, blah blah blah. So this will show you all the annual returns that you have filed ever since this company was registered. Um, so the annual return year, so the actual annual return year that you are filing for or were filing for, and the customer code, etc, right? And the dates that you actually filed it, how much you paid. So as I said, since I registered this company, I didn't file anything. I forgot that I registered it. I know it sounds stupid, but I did. So cool. These are the years or the annual return years that I was supposed to. So this was the first anniversary since I registered it in 2019. As you can see, 2019. So this 2020 was the first year or the first anniversary date, right? I think it's January. Yeah, I think it was. I registered this in the month of January. Um, yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, something like that. I think. Something like that. January or February. So AR month is 1. So yeah. So I need to now fill in the turnover. So my turnover was 000 because I haven't been actually using this as a company. I've been using my other two as companies, even though so I've been using my other two, but this I haven't been using at all. So turnover has been 0 because I haven't been using this. Then you need to calculate. So this is showing me the AR amount. So this is the regular fee that I need to pay regardless of my revenue. So because as long as my turnover is under 1 million, the fee is 100 rand. And then this is the penalty fee for not filing, right? So it's higher based on your turnover, right? So the total due is 450. That's what I need to pay to um, file this annual return. So you click continue. Cool. So now on this part, so you need to select an option from the 2 options displayed below. Depending on the details provided, providing incorrect information is a criminal offense. Okay. So when you're filing your annual returns, because you already declared your revenue and all those things, right? So you're going to need to state whether you have annual financial statements or you're going to use the financial accountability supplement. So you use the financial accountability supplement if you don't have annual financial statements, right? So they tell you here when to select which option. So let's go through that. So you select the annual financial statements option if your company falls under any of these categories. So if it's a public company, cool. So if it's a public company and you have financial statements that were created by an accountant, then you can select this option. If you are a state-owned company that reports their annual financial statements based on the IFRS framework, so IFRS framework is an accounting thing. It's an accounting framework, so it basically tells you how your financial statements are supposed to be done and how your general accounting is supposed to be done in your company or in a company. So yeah. Companies that have an explicit stipulation in their memoranda of incorporation that they should audit or voluntarily audit their annual financial statements. And then companies whose public interest score is 350 or more. I don't remember what public interest score means. I think it has something to do with, okay, I don't remember, but yeah. Companies whose public interest score is at least 100 if their annual financial statements were internally compiled. So just Google what this means. If your company is in operation, just Google what these things mean. I don't remember what public interest score means. We learned this in school, but I don't remember. So just Google what it means to make sure that you don't fall under it. So yeah. Companies that in the ordinary course of their primary activities hold assets in a fiduciary capacity or persons who are not related to them, and the aggregate value of such assets held at any time during the financial year exceeds 5 million. Oh, so these are like holding companies. So these are like if it's a holding company, I think. I hope I'm correct. But yeah. So if your company falls under, please Google some of these things, some of these definitions and stuff, like some of these, what do you call these things? Acronyms or abbreviations? Something like these, these words or these terms, so that you know if your business falls under. Because some of these things I really do not remember. It's stuff that they teach us in accounting, but I don't remember what public interest score means. But yeah. So you will be redirected to another website to upload your financial statements. Once the upload has been done, you will be able to continue with this annual return filing. Only select this if you have the financial statements and if you fall under this category. And if you fall under this category but you don't have financial statements, please get an accounting firm, a small accounting firm, or an accountant who's offering, a freelance accountant, to compile financial statements for you. Yeah, they will tell you what they need and stuff like that. But yeah, do that. So I don't select this. I've never selected this because I don't fall under those categories. Now, the financial accountability supplement. So you select this option if so your registration number ends with the -10. All right. So you'll see if your registration number ends with that or not. Okay, so if it's owned by all directors and not subject to a mandatory audit by the Act, right? So if your company is subject to a mandatory audit based on the type of company it is, or based on the type of product or service that you sell, I actually mean the type of company in the sense that if you are a credit provider or you are something like that, things like companies like that, or you are an asset management company, investment company, that type of those type of companies, not limited to that, but those type of companies, then you are likely required to be audited. Cool. And if you have a public interest score that is lower than 100, once again, please go and Google and read about what public interest score means and stuff, so that you understand what it means. But if your business is still a small business, that is not that way, that okay, cool, you are definitely not required by the Companies Act to be audited, then you likely fall here. Okay, companies that do not fit into any of the annual financial statements requirements must submit a financial accountability supplement. So as long as you don't fall under any of these, then this is where you fall under. Cool, this is a short questionnaire to determine who is responsible for the accounting records, financial statements, and other roles within the company. Companies that submit the financial accountability supplement do not have to submit their annual financial statements to the CIPC. However, it is required that they keep their annual financial statements as part of their company records. So just because you fall under here does not mean you shouldn't have financial statements. Every company should be having financial, as long as you are in operation, you should have annual financial statements, because you should be doing your bookkeeping and then doing your financial statements at the end of the year, whether it's you or whether it's an accountant doing it on your behalf. They need to be done. Cool. Let's select this option. Financial accountability supplement year, so it's 2022. My enterprise number, enterprise name, because I didn't register a name. So if I had registered a name for this company, then the name would appear here. The person primarily responsible for recording the day-to-day financial transactions and maintaining the company's financial records is a natural person. If it's a juristic person, it means it's a legal entity. So a legal entity being an accounting firm or an accounting provider firm. I think accounting firm is the right term. Cool. So a natural person would be someone who's working within your business or someone who is a freelancer. A natural person is this person a South African citizen? Yes. And then the ID number of the person. I'm going to enter my ID number, so I'm going to skip over this part in the video. Cool. The person primarily responsible for compiling financial information and preparing reports or statements is the same person primarily responsible for recording the day-to-day financial transactions and maintaining the company's financial records. So this means that the person who does the daily, monthly bookkeeping is the same person who does the financial statements at the end of the financial year, right? If not, if let's say you do your bookkeeping yourself and then you outsource the financial statements preparation to someone else or to someone else, then you will select no. But if you do the whole process from the bookkeeping to the financial statements, then you click yes. It automatically populates. Your name and surname is supposed to appear, but home affairs, like this system is just weird and glitchy, so it's not appearing. But the ID number is the compulsory thing because there's an asterisk there, so that's fine. Let's move on. Cool. There is a person who provides advice to the company concerning the maintenance of financial records. So, meaning that you do consult with an accountant or an accounting service provider or a financial advisor, stuff like that. So, you can say yes. If you say yes, then you must say that person's name. If you say no, we move on. Cool. Independent review. So there is a person performing independent review of the annual financial statements. So meaning that you outsource to an accounting or audit firm to perform an independent review of your financial statements. So you can also have a freelance auditor. So this is someone who's a chartered accountant, or somebody who has done, it's a chartered accountant because it's an external audit. This is someone who's a chartered accountant who is going to review your financial statements and all that and make sure that everything was recorded correctly and that everything complies with not only the Companies Act but also the standards. Okay, cool. So let's know because we're not there yet. The company, but if your company is there, like meaning you've completed your financial statements and then you had to have an auditor. So I know someone who has a business where they provide loans and stuff. So they're registered with the NCR, NCR, yes, National Credit Regulator, NCR and all that stuff. So he needs to have financial statements prepared, and then he needs to have those financial statements reviewed by or audited, basically, so reviewed by a chartered accountant or an auditor. So people like that or businesses like that, you will say yes and say the name of the person. Cool. The company maintains its financial records as required in terms of Section 28. So you either do it manually in paper-based records, so meaning you are writing it down. You're writing down your transactions, your journals, and everything, keeping your receipts and all those things filed and stuff like that. Or you are using a computer-based system, so you are using Excel, or you are using an accounting software like Sage or QuickBooks or whatever, right? So I'll just say electronically because, when I do actually use this company, it'll be electronically, not paper-based. Cool. The company deals in goods. So goods meaning like, actual physical products. If it's a no, it means you're providing services, right? Cool. Stock taking is carried out either monthly, quarterly, blah, blah, blah. So you can say never because I have no stock. Does the company hold any assets in a fiduciary capacity for persons not related to the company as contemplated? So, like you're a holding company or you hold certain assets on behalf of someone else. So, like what do you call them? The people who will manage a person's estate and stuff like that. I don't know if it's like attorneys, like regular attorneys or what, but like sometimes they will hold assets on behalf of someone, then you will say yes. If not, then you click no. And then details of the person filing, it's your names, surnames, and number and stuff. Don't call my number if you happen to see it. Don't email that email address, please. Then you click continue. When you select continue, you will be able to confirm the details that you provided, and also you will be able to choose which method of payment you want to use. So you can either deposit money into the CIPC bank account and use your customer code as a reference so that you put money into your Bizportal or CIPC account, and then that money will be deducted from there. Or you can pay using the add to cart, so you can add it to cart and then pay as if you are checking out on, like, online shopping. So you can use the checkout method, provided that it's working. Sometimes it does not work, so if it's working, then you'll be able to do that. And then if you try to click continue and then it tells you that your ID is wrong, then you'll need to wait and redo the whole thing, or redo the process maybe like a day later or something. Or a few hours later. It means that Home Affairs is offline, so they are not feeding the data into, or they are not able to feed the data into the Bizportal platform. So you'll just need to start over tomorrow, like redo the whole thing, because it doesn't like save what you've done and then you can come back and do it. The only thing it saves is when you have completed the whole process. After you click continue and then you select the add to cart method, it's added to your cart, so you can come back tomorrow and check out. But before you get to that point, it does not save, so you have to start over with the whole thing if it gives you issues. So lately Home Affairs has been having issues, so just FYI, because that might happen. Thank you guys for watching that video. I really hope you found it helpful. Remember to hit that subscribe button, like the video if you found it helpful, and share with a friend who might need it, or share it in a group where you know that some business owners or new business owners might need this type of information. I will see you guys in the next video.